Hello guys, so welcome to KO Tutorials. So let's continue with the next part of this tutorial. So let's get started. So as you can see over here, we have started with the lighting of this particular interior office cabin over here. So let's continue it. So very first of all, I have just put one Vray sun over here, and let's just see the rendering over here. So we don't have anything outside. So what we'll be doing over here is like we'll just put some Vray lights over here. So let's go into this. Take a Vray light right from here. Slightly I'll just rotate it up, push it up, rotate it. So go into this light and let's go into the temperature. Let's just set the temperature. I'll increase the resolution. I'll reduce the multiplier. Let's go down. Cast shadow, double-sided, invisible. We'll just activate this few of the options. So now what I can do is like I can slightly reduce the intensity of this light over here. So what I'll do over here is like I'll just go over here and I'll just take one plane over here. So slightly just push it behind. Let's make this as perspective. And I'll just assign one material to it. So let's just take a Vray material and let's assign that image. So let's just okay. Can slightly push it back if required. And let's just render this image again. Alright, much better. So the light over here is very high. We need to slightly reduce the intensity of this light. So just select this light. I'll go into the turbidity and I'll make it as 0.02, and let's again go into the material, get material. I'll go down. I'll take a Vray HDRI. Let's call an HDRI map over here. So I'll go into this and I'll assign an HDRI map. So we need an HDRI map. Just a sec. Okay, I got one HDRI map. Let's make it as spherical, and after that just select this light and we'll just drag this HDRI map on top of it. Go into the rendering, go into the environment, and if you want we can just put this over here, rendering render setup. Into that you have environment, your GI environment. So activate your GI environment. So drag this over here. Let's go back to the camera view and let's render it again. And let's see how it looks like. You can work with the colors over here a bit for the light. So we can slightly make it a bit more towards yellowish. So select this. Intensity multiplier. So select this light. Push it over here and I'll mirror it in x-axis and 0.08 and off the cast shadow. Okay, we are going to make this. Let's just render and see how it looks like now. Much better. If you want, you can also use Vray exposure controls. You can go into this, press 8, go into the environment. You can also take this exposure control. I'll reduce the shutter speed over here to 10 and let's render and see how it looks like. So we can use exposure control if you want. I'll again go into this. If we change this, okay, make it as it is, increase this, render it. I think we'll keep this as 10 over here. And if you want, you can select this Vray Sun. Let's render it again. Okay. And slightly work with the colors if required. Don't see any reflections on the floor. You can add some reflections. So this is what your floor is like. Again, you can go into this. So what I'll do is, like, I'll go into the rendering. I'll just take this region render and let's just change this white balance if required. Let's see the changes. Okay, I think this looks much better. So I have added a Vray exposure control for it. I think the reflections are going to be very high. So again, go into this and slightly reduce the reflections. You don't need that much. Again, I'll go into this. Okay, we'll keep it as D55 over here. You have this white balance. If you want, you can change it. This looks much better. This is getting more of a very orangish feel. That will take care of the subdivisions and everything later on. So we are just checking out how this light is responding, how the exposure is coming. We are just checking that out. Temperature, also we have something neutral. If you make it as a neutral, let's see, that's a neutral. You can keep it as neutral also. I will just shuffle to custom over here and let's increase this shutter speed and let's see. We can also use Vray camera if required. So let's just keep it as 8 over here and render it again. Okay, I think this is much better. Now, after that, this is just for a reference. Let's again go into this. Go into the table part. If you want, you can slightly reduce it, not much, but a bit. Go into the satin part. Go into rendering, render setup. We haven't done any render settings yet over here. Use local subdivisions, increase the samples over here. And your noise threshold will keep it as 0.001. Your maximum subdivisions will keep it as 16 over here. Let's again, okay, GI, Redden's map, we'll keep this as go down, light cache, your limit, we'll keep it as 3000, that is okay. For this it's a memory limit. Rest is all okay for now. Okay. Let's render again and see how it looks like. So guys, if any doubts, please put it in the comment section over here. So we'll continue the rest of the part in the next tutorial. So few things are left which will be covering it up over here. We'll be working with a bit of camera also, because this area is looking very empty. We'll slightly focus our camera, zoom camera. We'll shift it a bit further and towards the right. So please like and subscribe my YouTube channel. So we'll continue the rest of the part in the next tutorial. So thanks for watching this tutorial.